r/ask Reddit. Women. What do you find most confusing about men? How little they know about their friends. My husband was friends with a guy for years and didn't know how old he was. Don't even know how old I am. It's a number. I do know that much. If we have a couple of things in common, we are basically best friends. And we see no need to ask about the small details. We just get straight into the banter. I have really close mates at uni that I still don't know their last names. I have a friend who is known only by his nickname. One time I needed help from a friend of his, someone he's known for 30 years. So I called the guy, told him our mutual friend, name, had told me to get in touch with him. His response was, I don't know anyone by that name. Scrolls through channels on TV, sees movie, does not know when it started, has zero context about the plot, watches the rest of the movie anyway, and doesn't ask you what's going on because you've seen just as much as he has. Ducking flies my nut when my mum or GF does this. We have seen the exact same amount of the movie. What makes you think I know more than you? I enjoy making up answers when they ask me, girlfriend, why did that guy kill that other guy when they seemed like friends? Me, they knew each other in college and the one guy never paid his friend back for the keg of beer they were supposed to split. They have stopped asking me. D. Context clues. There's a bit of a fun puzzle to it as well. Why are guys so apprehensive about receiving gifts? Buddy, I found a cool pair of socks that looks like a shark is eating your foot, and I paid next to nothing for it. Why do you have to act like you now have to pay for my college tuition? Can I not just gift guys things for fun? Reciprocity and escalation. I started by giving you a paper clip. Now you are buying me a house. I gave you coffee, and now you want to send me on a private jet to the Lesser Antilles? Well, I'll fly you to the Greater Antilles. That guys can go from fighting and beating each other up to suddenly being back to friends. Are you guys really friends? Is it just taking frustration out on each other? What is it and how? Two things. One is yes. Usually it's just pent up frustration, anger, and once it's dealt with things go back to normal. Two is it's very easy for guys to become and remain friends. If we share just one common interest we'll get along just fine. I had a friend in HS who was a ducking a-hole. Anytime I was interested in a girl he'd come right up and get her before I had a chance. I remained best friends with him because we had such a similar sense of humor. Anytime we hung out we'd spend most of the time laughing our asses off. You should have just expressed interest in worse and worse women until he blinked first. Why is it that if I send you a message that has 3+ parts, you only respond to the least important part? If I'm like, hey, I saw our mutual friend while running errands. Let me know what you want for dinner, I'm about to go pick it up. And did you take out the trash? I get a response that says, oh yeah Dave, haven't seen him in a while. We respond to the part that's important or interesting to us in a lot of cases. Generally, whatever she wants to eat is fine. Discussing the trash over text is pretty uninteresting, so pass on that. But Dave, it's been a while. How's he? My wife likes to do this. After being married for 12 years, I know how to answer this. Neat. Chicken. Done. But let's pretend you send this to someone with less experience. You have given them 3 pieces of information that is completely unrelated to each other. You could either use these as 3 separate texts or skip the friend part. Tell him later and just say, what do you want for dinner, and real quick, did you take out the trash? Those handshakes you do, how do you coordinate it? It baffles me. A lifetime of practice. Still goes wrong sometimes. It's all how they come in. Straight on straight wrist, standard shake, loose wrist from the side, hand slap, fingers bent towards the end of the slap, get ready for the fist bump. Wait, let's try that again. For sure the bump is gonna explode the hand on the rewind. Rewind that high five, you better believe the next one is going round the world. He uses my expensive shampoo to wash his whole body when there is a bar of soap right there. Because if it's soapy and smells nice, it's good as soap. Damn straight. Why some of the guys I know turn in completely different people when around their friends. I've seen women do it as well, but never that big of a 180 as the men I know. Why they will throw their clothing on the floor next to the hamper when there is a perfectly good hamper right next to them. Baffling. because I want to wear it again later. If it goes into the hamper, I've admitted defeat and will have to wash them sooner. Is the meaning of life written on your butt cheeks? Why do you try to hide it at all costs? Is your a-hole sacred? Some men think their butt must be so unsightly to gaze upon that you could never want to have sex with them again if you saw it. Also, from that angle, the balls could be pretty crazy. Just all around an easy risk not to take. It's our weakest point of attack. Must defend at all costs. Well, I flash my wife my butt at least 5 times a week. If I didn't, she would probably become concerned something was wrong with me. If he's not mooning me, then who is he mooning? Your nipples. Do you want me to play with them or not? Don't touch me. No, they do nothing. You may as well play with my ankle. Why does it take you so long to poop? Do you not have enough fiber in your diet? A man poops unfathomably large to a woman and just takes so much effort to pass? Maybe you're just sitting there playing on your phone? Most men I've met spend at least half an hour each time pooping. If a woman spent a half an hour on the toilet, you'd be worried she passed out in there or something. In Dutch, guys call each other pig, which in English means dong, but they say it in a friendly way, because they're mates. Why call each other dong? Why not? Australians call each other dunt. It's a cool word, pig. Guys insult each other. Banter is a normal part of interaction. A great way I heard it described was that we all have a wall. We get closer to each other by throwing balls at the wall. Insults, but the key is that you're not trying to break walls. You throw balls that you know will bounce off. Banter, and it kind of affirms where you stand with each other / how close you are. I haven't noticed this with girls, but I have noticed that my husband will just stare out into space with severe concentration, and I'll be like, what's wrong, babe? And he will say something like, if all of our pets attacked me at once, do you think I could fight them off? I've seen other guys do this too. It's just so fascinating. We have a medium pit mix, a small chihuahua mix, 2 ferrets and a hamster. So the answer was probably yes. Unless he was asleep, then maybe the medium dog could best him. Lmao. He simply spoke the thoughts out loud other men cover up with nothing. Every man still walks around having the same fantasy daydreams we did when we were younger. My wife says she never understood how my friend walks into the apartment and goes straight to the kitchen and grabs stuff to eat drink like it's his own home. On top of it, I don't give a f. She says she could never do with her girlfriends. While at the fridge, you got anything to drink, eat? Don't know, check the fridge. Because with friends, what's mine is yours. It is easier for me to tell my friend, hey, help yourself to whatever you want, than it is for me to get up, give you a rundown of whatever is in the fridge, get it, open it, present it, etc. With that said, the friend has certain obligations. Don't open anything that hasn't been opened, and don't take the last of anything. When their skin is crusty and breaking out but refuse to use skincare products like facial masks to fix it because they find it too feminine. Like, buddy, everyone has skin, it's no big deal using these products. I don't have skin, don't discrimination. I am confusion. America explain. Even when though men can take a leak without sitting on the toilet, how can they aim with a flaccid penis? Or is it flaccid? A flaccid penis is flexible and it bends. You just bend it to where you want to aim. A hard penis on the other hand is stiff, and if you bend it you cut off the stream. Yes, a flaccid penis is generally shorter than a hard penis, but not so short that it causes an issue. Unless you're OP. Hey, I don't want to nag, but can you take out of the trash? Him. Yep, me. Sees trash there next day. Because we intend to take out the trash eventually, but often procrastinate until we forget about the trash. Yup, 100% intended to, maybe wanted to, felt obligated and willing, got distracted. As soon as that happened, it was wiped from my mind like the Men in Black pen does. Advice for girls: if you find something confusing, ask them, whether he's a coworker, friend, or more importantly, boyfriend. Guys don't mind explaining why they did things. We have a reason. It may be a dumb reason, but it's dictated by a train of thought. We also prefer girls to be direct rather than cloak and dagger. The more we know about each other, the easier things are. Likewise, if a guy asks you why you did something, we're always interested in brushing up on any sort of girl logic at any given opportunity. Also, stop assuming we understand your secret Girl Scout signals. The other girls may know that if you flick your hair in that certain way it means you want me, but unless you look me in the eye and tell me directly I'll have no ducking idea for at least a few weeks of hinting. How they can think about nothing. My brain thinks of 5 million things 24/7 and I wish I knew the secret to turning it off. Nothing is often code for I don't want to tell you that I was thinking about how many chickens I could take in a fist fight because that would sound really stupid. I don't literally think about nothing. I just don't feel like explaining what I'm thinking about because it's irrelevant and not particularly interesting. It's like explaining an inside joke. Why they are only into me when I'm completely indifferent to them and are 0% into me when I actually like them. The answer seems to be the same as your question. How they absolutely refuse to ask for help. Back when we had no smartphones we were trying to find my friend's street and this guy I was with preferred to walk aimlessly for 30 minutes before I had enough and dared to ask someone for directions. Pretty much the first rule of the standard male mindset is that we're native problem solvers. Present a challenge and it becomes a project. A man is not lost. He just hasn't solved the puzzle of how to get to his destination yet. If you come to us with a sob story looking for a sympathetic ear, please make sure you tell us that early on. Otherwise you'll hear have you tried X? Maybe Y would help with that when you really just want damn that sucks. Let me give you a foot rub. Why men rarely ask for further detail. Husband and friend make plans to have a games night. Starting 5 PM at friend's place. That's all the info covered. Should we bring any games? It is at dinner time. Are we eating there? Are we meant to bring food? How many people are we feeding? Who is going to be there? Nothing. He knows nothing. Why do you spit on the ground? I've never seen a single woman do this. We are connected to the land. Not a woman, but I can't understand why so many men don't wear sunscreen. Stop trying to throw hands with the sun. You're not going to win. You come over every day, want to hold my hand, touch me, kiss me, dance in the kitchen together while cooking our dinner, tell me your secrets and dreams, have passionate sex but claim you don't have any feelings for me? I've experienced something similar, but as a guy, my take on it is that people sometimes miss intimacy and will gladly take it from people they are not into. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.